Hi, I'm Austin Cranford. We're here in northeastern Oklahoma at Lake OKEMAH. The wind's not blowing like it usually is. The fish are biting. They're grouped up real good. The big ones are biting. I can't wait to get out there and catch some big ones. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now.
That's a big one right there.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southeast region every week.
You ever caught a fish that big?
No!
Got it.
Another day. There you go. Another redfish.
Got him! Now, that's what Let's Fish TV is all about right there, guys.
What's going on, guys? Austin Cranford here at Lake OKEMAH in eastern Oklahoma. This part of the state is my favorite part of the state, but Lake OKEMAH is special to me. It's got big fish, lots of numbers, 3 to 5 pounders. This is where I learned how to use my electronics. It's located about an hour west of Lake Eufaula. For a general area, there's about 20 other lakes just like it. I can't wait to show you what this lake has to offer. We'll have this week's fishing reports from your local region from our insider reporters. All right, I'm gonna get the boat in the water, get my tackle rigged up, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna kick it back to the studio for your weekend planner.
Hi everybody, these Salooner tables are showing good fishing conditions on both days this weekend. Peak action begins early at 5 o'clock on Saturday and 5:40 on Sunday morning. Other action will begin around 5:25 on Saturday and 6:05 Sunday afternoon. Depending on your local area, expect the sun to rise around 6:40 and set around 8:31. Evenings will have a moon that is 58% visible. Stay in the loop with Let's Fish TV's latest fishing adventures and tips by joining us on Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel.
All right, so we are here at Lake OKEMAH in eastern Oklahoma, and we're fishing for largemouth bass. This place has been fishing great all year. It's a 4 fish limit for the tournaments usually on this place, and it takes over 20 pounds every time. A lot of 3 to 6 pounders in here. It is July, so we're gonna be doing a lot of deep stuff. Brush piles, stumps, bait balls, just your regular summertime pattern stuff. The majority of the fish are out offshore because the lake is kind of low. It's got water willow around the whole place, but it's lacking about 1 foot of water. So I'm assuming that these fish are gonna be mainly offshore. We'll see if we can't go catch a few big ones. That feels like a good one. That one was just out floating out here in the middle. I haven't even got to where I wanted to start. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh yeah. Golly. I'm gonna go under my motor. Can't tell how big he is. It's a nice one. I think that was my second cast. Come on, lay down. Oh yeah, he's got it really good. Golly, they look so healthy. That water is super clean. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Oh, that's a good one to start right there. Oh my gosh, that's a good one right there. I'll tell you what, first thing in the morning, it is first thing in the morning right now, I like to start on the most obvious places, high spots, big bars, isolated things. And a lot of times first thing in the morning, the big ones will bite right off the get-go, just like this one did right here. Just using a minnow style bait. Out here, that one was actually suspended. There's some brush piles out here. I haven't even made it there yet. And there was just some suspended ones roaming around this high spot out here. And she didn't mess around, she just ate it. All right, so first thing I noticed when I dropped that my trolling motor, that fish was suspended. Which is actually a good thing. With forward-facing sonar now, we are allowed to open up a type of fish that have never been caught before. It was just floating around out here in the abyss on the edge of a high spot. And so she saw the minnow come over her head. She circled around and raised up and was getting ready to attack it, and she ate it immediately. So also, another thing that I noticed whenever I dropped the trolling motor, there's a thermocline. So a thermocline, in the summer months, whenever you start getting water temps in 84, 87, 90 degrees, the oxygen level, it rises. So basically, I noticed it here, the thermocline's in 18 feet. You can see it on your electronics. It looks really fuzzy. Just turn the sensitivity up, way up, and you can see it. And that just eliminated that whole water column that we don't need to look for. We need to look 18 foot or less. So let's look for that.
Hey folks, it's time for your Carolinas Report. This week brought to you by Crazy Sister Marina. We're the leader in water sports along the Grand Strand, and we want to take you out to live like a local. Whether you want to go out and kayak, you want to go crabbing, you want to go fishing, we've got it all right here. You can rent a boat, do it yourself, or let one of our incredible guides take you out for an incredible day in Murrells Inlet and on the Atlantic Ocean here. Visit crazysistermarina.com to find out more about how we can help you live like a local. Let's go way out of North and South Carolina. Let's go down to Georgia. Lake Oconee. I'm getting some great reports down there. You know, our friends in Georgia love hearing their reports as well, and Lake Oconee is at full pool right now. Lots of action still happening around the bridge pilings, the riprap right now. Spinner baits and buzz baits early in the morning are working great around those bridge pilings as we still got some shad in there. Also moving up and halfway into those coves and finding seawalls that are halfway back. Fish those with some top water bait early in the morning for some good action as well. As the day moves on, make sure you go down and get out on those deeper road beds and river beds. Crankbait, getting it down there, you're gonna find some good action. And for crappie, get out there on any flooded timber that you've got, some brush piles down there. Make sure you get your bait right into it. You're gonna find some good action on crappie down there as well. Let's move up back to South Carolina and let's go talk about what's happening on Lake Murray. My good friend Jason Bennett, who loves to give me reports up there, says that right now, early in the morning is some hot action. Late in the afternoon, you're getting them schooled up on top water. But right now, he's fishing in those areas down by the dam that are way off of those old riverbeds. Get a big spoon down there. You'll have some busy, constant action on stripers on Lake Murray this time of the year. This has been your Carolinas Report brought to you by Crazy Sister Marina. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.
Come on, you can do it. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's the same one that bit it and didn't get it. That one might be better than the last one. It's fighting good. Oop. It's about the same size. On these spinning rods and these light hooks, it's just best to play them out. Come on. You're not that big. But it's still a nice one. Golly, this is so much fun. Like, this is what you can expect at Lake OKEMAH. You can come out here in the summer months and you just plan on them being offshore. There's tons of fish out here. Look how fat that fish is. They are so healthy in this lake. Let's put her back and see if we can catch another one. All right, so I mean, Lake OKEMAH, that's what you can expect in the summer months when the lake is kind of a little bit lower than it usually is and the grass around the bank isn't to full pool. Those fish are gonna move out offshore. It's a good lake to catch a lot of 3 to 5 pounders. It's a smaller lake, so you can actually tackle it and figure it out. It's a lot easier than going to a big giant reservoir. There's a lot of recreational out here. It's just a great lake for everything, fishing, recreation, and it's got some nice ones in it. Got them. I don't know if it's the big one. There was 2 of them. It's not a bad one. Whoa, there went my minnow. I can't tell if this is the bigger one or not. There was a really big one. Oh, no. Come here, come on. All right. Well, she tossed my minnow. Guys, what we're doing out here is we're just floating around here in the abyss and we're throwing a 3/16 head on just a 4-inch minnow style bait. and we're getting it down to that depth. This fish was suspended over 36 foot of water. She's about 10 foot down. We let it get down, we get right above her head, and we sit there and shake it, and we try to make that minnow roll, just like this. And every once in a while, they'll shoot up. If they shoot up, 90% of the time, they eat it. If they start to track it, you want to keep it above it. If they start to track it, you'll get about 50% of them. And that was one of the ones that shot up.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Power Pull, Total Boat Control. Balls Out, made in the USA. Heavy duty mounts for your fish finders. Rely on, challenge your limits.
She got it. It's a giant. That one's a giant. Oh my gosh. Here she comes. She got it. It's a giant. That one's a giant. Oh my gosh. Big, big one. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Guys. Come on. This is a big, big one. Listen to that line sing. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on, girl. I don't know how big she is. I seen her jump. She was kind of in the sun. Let's see. She's got to be at least like 5 or 6, maybe bigger. Oh, it's a big, big one. I don't know how big it is. Come here. Look at the shoulders on that fish. Oh. Oh my gosh. I got her. That is an OKEMAH giant. Heck yeah. Let me get my spot lock real quick. Guys, that fish right there, we're out here in 36 feet of water. That fish was roaming 5 foot down. A lot of times, whenever they're real aggressive and they're hunting, they're not very deep, but they're in deep water. That fish was barely beneath the surface, dropped it right over on top of her head, and she swam over there and ate it. Guys, if you're looking to go to fishing in Oklahoma, check out Lake OKEMAH. It's a great lake. This is probably a 6 or 7 pounder.
Hey y'all, welcome to my favorite part of the show, the Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia Coastal Fishing Report. This segment's brought to you by me, Captain Patrick Garmison. Run Ugly Fishing down here on Mobile Bay, Alabama. You can check out uglyfishing.com for my availability and all the trip types I offer. You can also give me a call or shoot me a text at 251-747-1554. The fishing here along the Alabama coast has been really fun, man. Just about anything that swims is biting right now, from right here along the delta all the way down to the Gulf. We're catching speckled trout, redfish, black drum, flounder, sheep's head, jack crevalle. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of times what we're doing is we're starting out in the mornings throwing popping corks or slip corks with some live shrimp or croakers for speckled trout. Then we shift gears and we go for whatever seems to be the hot bite for the morning. Along the Mississippi coast, those guys have a lot of jacks along the Gulf beaches. They're targeting speckled trout using live croakers along the Gulf beaches and the grass beds around the barrier islands. Freelining and Carolina rig there. Savannah, Georgia said that the speckled trout bite's been good along the beaches. He said that a lot of them are in the slot, so that's good if you're taking some fish. He said that the redfish bite has been good as well. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all keep what you need and leave the rest. God bless.
Got him. Another good one. Come on. Oh, that's a real good one. Golly, this is so much fun. Oh, about got in a jig there. Dang. Dang, it's a little bigger than I thought. She was with another one that was bigger. I bet this one's pushing 5. Oh. Golly. Come here. Got her. That's a nice one. I cannot stress. I went and ventured out with a little bit deeper fish, and as soon as I got around that thermocline, it was not happening. I go right to where the bank meets the thermocline, and they're just lined up there. There was 3 of them. 2 of them were paying attention to my minnow, and this one, like I've been saying, shot straight up and just sucked it in. That's another good one. Golly. When it's hot in summer like this, it's real important to just get them back in the water. The water temp's almost 90 degrees, so catch them, it's a lot of fun. Make sure you get them back. That's a big one, I think. Golly. Yeah, I think this is a really big one. Come on. I think she's about, oh my gosh. This is a good place to come and learn, I can tell you that. Lots of opportunities. Oh. That one's got to be pushing 5. I tell you what, basically what's transpired is that as you get later in the day, like we said in the mornings, these fish are roaming. That one came out of a brush pile. Sun's a little bit higher. The fish are kind of flowing back to the heavier cover, and they were just kind of hanging out. I couldn't catch a bass out of a brush pile this morning, but now that just let me know, keep me in on, these fish are moving over to the brush. Because this one, I brought that minnow right over its head, just come over there, sucked it up and ate it. That one's gotta be close to 5. Another good one, Lake OKEMAH.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lose, Feel the Difference, Strike King, Taiwan On, and by Glacier Outdoors since 1982.
We caught every bass off of the most obvious structure in the whole lake, whether it's a marked buoy, I don't know how big this one is because he was on the bottom. How's it going, Kylie? This has been an incredible day. Oh, come here. Don't mess up my minnow. I'm running out of minnows. Come here. He got me wet. Come on. All right. Guys, in Oklahoma, you can go about anywhere. Any of these small lakes, we're an hour away from Lake Eufaula, and I'd say there's 20 lakes just like this. Oklahoma's done a great job of stocking bass in all of these places, and it makes for a good weekend trip, or even during the week, it's even better. This is actually on a Monday, so it's even better during the week, but on the weekends, it's just as good. Like I said, there's 20 lakes just like this one, and there's 20 lakes with bigger fish than the ones we've been catching, but I'm just okay with the ones we've been catching. That's a nice one, probably another 3.5. Our best 5 today is probably mid to low 20s. And you know, we're not even done yet. So we'll see if we can't catch some more of these guys. Of course, the little one got it. The little one's not that little. That means that there was one twice the size underneath there. Golly. Oh, don't do that. Oh. I'm glad I got 12 on here. When it's not that dirty, or when it's not that clean, I'll go to 12 on my spinning rods. Got him. That's another good one. Most obvious high spot on the whole lake. Holds the big ones. We caught every bass off of the most obvious structure in the whole lake, whether it's a marked buoy that the state puts out, just a big bar that runs. If it's in the middle of the lake and it's shallow, fish it, because that's what lives on it. They fight so hard on this spinning rod, I love it. Oh my gosh. It's crazy is this one's a baby. Maybe not. There's a whole pile of them out here like this. And just as the day goes on, they transition from up high to the bottom. I bet if it got cloudy, they'd probably get up high again. This one came off the bottom. There we go. It's another solid Lake OKEMAH bass. There was 3 of them in that group. The first one kind of gave it a shot and didn't like it, but then once all 3 of them started coming towards it, he ate it.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, the ultimate fishing system, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach Tourism. Let's fish on Alabama's beaches. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS anchor, powered by passion. Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
All right guys, today we caught all of our fish on a minnow style bait. The key is on a minnow, they call it hanging a minnow. All right, so you're hanging the fish, hanging the bait over the fish's head. And you gotta have that real subtle tail with some good action, and you're trying to get the bait to roll. You need a real sensitive rod. This is a 7.2 medium rod to get that tip really going, to get that minnow to roll. We've got it on 15-pound braid with a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader, a 3/16 ounce head. You can change your heads. The rule is that a 3/16 ounce head is the majority of the time is what I catch them on. You can go heavier if they're deeper, or you go lighter if they're shallower. So 3/16 ounce is a good place to start, and a nice drag on a spinning reel. And if you've got a setup like this, I guarantee you can catch them. And thank you guys for enjoying this day. Thanks guys.